In recent days, devastating floods have swept through Beijing and Hebei, China, causing widespread destruction and forcing thousands of residents to evacuate their homes. Heavy rainfall triggered massive waterlogging, overflowing rivers, and dangerous landslides, leaving entire neighborhoods submerged. Roads and bridges collapsed under the relentless force of the water, cutting off critical routes and isolating many communities. In Beijing, several districts were inundated, with floodwaters rising rapidly, submerging vehicles, homes, and businesses. Hebei province, one of the hardest-hit areas, saw entire villages swallowed by rising waters, forcing families to seek safety in temporary shelters. Authorities have declared red alerts for flooding and mobilized thousands of soldiers, rescue workers, and volunteers to aid in evacuations and relief efforts. Tragically, the floods have claimed multiple lives, and many more people remain missing as rescue operations continue around the clock. Emergency shelters have been set up across both regions, providing displaced residents with food, water, and medical assistance. Hospitals are overwhelmed as they treat both flood-related injuries and those suffering from exposure and waterborne diseases. The government has allocated emergency funds and dispatched helicopters and boats to deliver supplies to isolated areas. Many residents shared heartbreaking stories of losing their homes, Children and the elderly are among the most vulnerable, with aid workers prioritizing their safety and well-being in evacuation efforts. The floods have also damaged critical infrastructure, including power lines, water supplies, and communication systems, leaving thousands in darkness and isolation. Transportation systems, including railways and highways, have been disrupted, affecting trade and daily life across the region. Experts warn that the extreme rainfall and flooding are linked to climate change, which is intensifying weather patterns worldwide. Environmentalists point out that rapid urbanization in China's major cities, combined with insufficient drainage systems, has worsened the impact of flooding. Despite the devastation, stories of resilience are emerging as communities come together to support one another. Volunteers are working side by side with rescue teams, distributing food and essentials to those stranded. Local farmers, though heavily affected, have offered their limited resources to help displaced families. Social media has become a vital tool, allowing people to request rescue and share real-time updates with the world. International organizations and neighboring countries have expressed solidarity and offered assistance to China in managing the crisis. The Chinese government has pledged to rebuild the damaged infrastructure and restore normalcy as soon as possible. However, experts stress the urgent need for long-term planning and improved disaster preparedness to prevent such tragedies in the future. This disaster serves as a stark reminder of how vulnerable even major cities like Beijing are to the growing threat of climate-induced disasters. Families who lost everything now face an uncertain future, relying on government support and international aid to rebuild their lives. Meanwhile, rescue workers continue to risk their lives to save those trapped,